Hey cool cats, we're back at it again with another day one edition. They actually came out with a day one dual pack edition for both games of Cupid Parasite and Cupid Parasite Sweet and Spicy Darling. So that's for the first game and for the second game. So this one actually was a surprise, and they actually gave this one a bonus. So not only does it come with all of the first one and all of the second one, but they actually came out with a bit of a bonus. So as I kind of go through this, I'll explain a little bit, and you'll get to see everything. So Cupid Parasite, the original, and the boxing is a little bit different. It's kind of thick actually. So the design is really different. You get a little hint of little Alan there in the back. Ooh la la there. Who wouldn't want more of that? And you can already see the little chocolate olive there of the second game and the original design of the first game right there. So that's already really great. So, ooh, yeah, there's the extra bonus one, which I thought was amazing. You get her bow thing on there. I'm actually thinking about cosplaying her, and the bow was one of the hardest things, one of a lot of hard things to get from her. You also get the little chibis on the back, but yeah, you get her little bow design, which you can see on the back there. Really engrossing her hair, but yeah, you get her little bow thing, and you cannot get that in any of the other editions. You have to get the dual pack to get that. But let's check out the day one edition of the other ones just to go through that again. I have released, if you want to check it out, just the original day one editions of the first and the second ones. But yep, you get the quotes from every guy saying things to originally what they were saying. I wish I could have frozen on them, but I love the chocolate milk designs on the back here. I feel like they just really improved upon the game designs here too. It just gets better and better with each of them, to be honest. Oh yes, and the poster. How do you kittens feel? Like, do you feel like the first poster was better, or the second one? I feel like they're both really good. It really speaks about each game. I love both posters, to be honest. But really, all of these. But maybe, if I had to pick one though, I think I care for the, maybe I'm changing my mind. I do, compared to the front and back side of the poster, I don't know. Maybe I like the other side though, but as always, you get 2 sides of each poster. Now Peter's on the front. I feel like he should have been maybe on the front of the first game, but to each their own. But you get the double-sided poster, you get the pin. Oh, and if you get this one, you get the pin for, like, you know, Cupid's bow and arrow, which I feel like goes with the bow too, which is really great. I was looking for a bow and arrow when I first got the game, so this is really great to go if you're doing like a cosplay or anything, because she had that like cross necklace around her neck. Oh yes, and of course the acrylic stand. Ready, set, and reveal all the handsome boys. And I feel like the second of their design is good. I feel like it's they're like getting choked by their letters though. How their neck is just going like in the R's and stuff. I don't know how I feel about that, but still love it that they have an acrylic stand with this one, and it's only in the day one edition compared to the limited edition. So I feel like that's a really nice bonus in the day one edition that you just can't get compared to the limited edition. So I feel like it's just a must to have. And of course you get the game. No difference compared to the limited edition. So that's really nice. So they don't make everything like it's just a must have, but that's really good. So in the limited edition here, you get the acrylic stand, you get the pin, you get the double-sided poster on either end. And of course, if you get the dual edition, you get the bow. I feel like in either limited edition or this one, you get a win-win, but in the dual edition, you get the bow on top, which I feel like really goes with this sweet and spicy edition too, with the pin. So that's really cool. Now let's check out the first edition of the day one. One of my favorite parts about this edition is the adorable stickers. Their chibis are so cute. Shelby with his computer, Ryuki with his stuff, and then Alan with his little feather pillows. Ugh. So adorbs. Whenever they have chibis with like all of these games, it's always so cute. So if you're like a big day one edition fan, I feel like this is really great to have, especially if you're like me and you missed out the day one edition of this Cupid Parasite one. And of course we have Alan here. Although I must say I'm a little bit of a bigger fan in the sweet and spicy edition, because I feel like the designs are just a little bit better. Especially if you don't want everything in the limited edition. But of course a double-sided poster. So as I was saying before, if I had to pick like one side of the poster of the sweet and spicy edition, I think I like the side where all the parasites were on the second poster, and then on this side I actually think I don't care for this side of all the parasites. I think it's the black and red design in the back that just kind of makes it meh for me. It just feels like it's out of place compared to all of the guys on here. Just something about it just kind of throws me off a bit. At least they don't look like they're choking on their letters. They're just kind of sitting there with it. But once we turn it around, the colors actually match, and I think it just really looks beautiful. With Alan and Gilbert, I think if I say her name right, Lynette the heroine. It's just colors. I'm such a fan of colors, and at first the game didn't really stand out to me in regards to colors, but then once you play with the game, like just play through it, I just fell in love with it. So I really enjoyed it in that aspect. So again, with these cards, if you check out another YouTuber whose link I'll put down below, they actually did a comparison of the first edition of the day one release. This release of the day one edition of Cupid Parasite, this is a re-release of this edition. So they released this first, and these cards were actually smaller. This is a re-release of this day one edition, and when they re-released this, these cards were made bigger, and there are slight other differences between the first release and then this re-release of this. But first, the first release, these cards were smaller, but apparently this re-release, they're quite a bit bigger. And if you check out this other YouTuber, in their video, they describe some of the differences between the first release and this second release. I'll have their description down below. But otherwise, these cards are actually pretty cool. I do love how big they are, but if I had to pick one, actually no, I wouldn't choose. I would still want both. But these cards are pretty glossy on each side. Otherwise, Mila's Game Room did point out that there are some small differences between the original game release and the re-release between the game covers. Only some small differences, it seems like. I couldn't tell the difference. I do have the original game. I only did buy the original game though, but I didn't really notice a difference personally. So yeah, with this one came the stickers, the poster, the cards. Everything is the same between the dual pack and the day one release for just those and the dual day one releases. But with the dual day one releases, you get this lovely little bonnet from the game, and I would highly recommend it, to be honest. I simply adored it. Let me know what you kitties think down in the comments below, and otherwise I'll see you cool cats next time. Bye bye!